welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen, and I'm here with day 25 of 30 Days of Sketches with Kristy's Beautiful Life Series 19, as well as Simple Stories Saturday and Christmas in October. So this is a three-parter, and luckily I get it all taken care of on this one really cool sketch by the lovely Brandy Jo. And I had to order this specifically because the only thing that I had Christmas or winter related that was Simple Stories was that puffy, the wordy bits that are left over, the gold ones from Winter Cottage or something. And so I bought this Say Cheese Christmas collection from A Cherry on Top, because we are doing a Disney theme at school this year, and I know there will be Christmas pictures from our Christmas get-together later on this year, and so I'll be able to use it there. Plus, I've got a baby, so I mean, Disney is fine. So I have some papers, I have some embellishments, I've got my pictures and this really cool sketch, so let's see how this goes. Now, this sketch, which I've put up in the right corner, or the left corner, is a beautiful color. It is my favorite colors. I love teal. I love aqua. It all brings me a lot of joy. If I was not doing Christmas, I would have absolutely leaned right into those colors, even though when you have a sketch, it doesn't necessarily mean you would need to use the colors from the sketch. But since they're my favorite, I would have. However, since we are leaning in with Christmas, I am using Lumberjack Plaid by Tim Holtz Distress Oxide, and I splatter that everywhere. I'm going to smear the crap out of that accidentally. It is still all over my arm. I am going to go pick up my grandson from daycare, and they're going to think I've cut myself. It's fine. There's not a lot that is visible. You can see where I smeared it. I don't care. I mean, I really don't. Now, had it been to where there was a lot of open space and it got smeared, I probably would have started over on the background. But a lot of the smear that I don't like got covered, and there's just a couple little dots that still have a little. It's fine. It's fine. So I took some two papers from this collection. One I just cut a part out of. Well, actually, I guess I cut into three, which is pretty impressive because I literally just got this off the stoop because they just delivered it. Right when I was finishing day 24, they delivered my Cherry on Top box, and I was like, well, that's perfect because next is day 25. I was just going to skip it and go back to when my box came in, but thank you, Cherry on Top and the United States Postal Service, for delivering it just in time, literally like 15 minutes before day 24 was done. So my bits on the top are a little deeper, take up a little more space, but I don't like a lot of white space, and so that obviously worked out well for me since I made such a disaster of the background paper, ink. It is really smart to let your ink dry for, half hour or more, depending on what it is, or if it's paste longer than that. But, it's fine. It's fine. I matted my pictures in that same plaid that's at the top and the bottom, and then I double mat it with a black because obviously I needed to stand out, and there's a lot of white in that plaid, so it wasn't going to stand out in every bit of that space. So I went ahead and matted all three pictures in black. I also matte my little cut apart, and it's a little journaling space with some stamps on it, and it says My Christmas Memories. And so I put that up there where she's got like that really cool little arrow embellishment area. So I put that there. I do put my title where she has her title. I stuck to the sketch really well, except I did not have my pictures going straight up and down. I tilt the two side smaller pictures in a little so that they're kind of tucked in, mostly just because I liked the look of it. And so I put those down, and then I am going to journal, but you don't see me journal. I wasn't sure what I wanted to write there, and then once I was done, I looked and decided that it was just gonna be some super simple journaling. My brother-in-law is decorating, as in putting the lights on the tree, so this collection worked out perfectly. There was a tree, there's a Mickey with lights in his hands. He looks very similar to my brother-in-law. with the way he's holding the lights. So I used both of those, plus they're both craft colored. And so to even that out, because first I'm going to start by putting this one up here who's driving a steamboat. And it says Jingle All the Way. And Brian was listening to music in the background. He always has it on the TV if it's not on a football game or something. So he had that playing in the background. And so I thought that was pretty fitting. And then I saw the Mickey with the lights and I went, oh, this is what I get for not like paying more attention, but it's fine. So I put the Mickey with the lights in the bottom right corner and then the tree in the bottom left corner. But then I wanted something else in that khaki color to kind of even out the triangle for that. So I found this little Warm Memories, and I'm going to put it right here on this picture of AJ in his little Christmassy outfit. And he's got little reindeer ears on. And so I get that on there. And then I want to just kind of put some embellishments around. The title's going to be in that gold, which like I said is from Winter Cottage. Yeah, Winter Cottage foam stickers. And so I wanted to get some gold in other places. Because if I just put it in the title, yes, it would stand out. But it felt like it would kind of look strange with no other, gold. So I just use a couple of the little like sprigs of the leafy bits, and I put one by the Christmas tree, one by the Mickey up at the top, and then one by the little journaling space. And then I do put a little heart on there too, but it just says Hello Wonder. I just felt like that was pretty appropriate because it is the baby. Everything's the baby. But anyway, I am then going to come in with enamel dots from this collection and my date stamp. I'm going to date stamp it right above the picture of my daughter with my grandson next to the journaling space. And then after I turn the camera off, I do write, Brian, my brother-in-law, was determined to get the lights on the tree. AJ was determined to eat, sleep, and be really cute. And I really wish I had space for it, or had I thought of it beforehand, I could have titled this layout Mission Accomplished, because both obviously got that done. But this is a super simple layout. This sketch is really fun, and you can do it up or do it down as best and as much as you want. If I wasn't doing Christmas, there's no telling. I mean, you probably would have still seen my grandson because, that's the way I roll. But, there's just so many different things and so many, options. You could make it as very simplistic as the sketch leans to, with just an embellishment cluster in the top between the two pictures and the bottom between the two pictures, and then a title with just some splatters and move on. Or you can just absolutely go to town and do it up. You can make thinner borders at the top and thicker ones at the bottom, or vice versa, or thin both sides so you've got more space. So many different options. It's a really great sketch. Thank you very much, Brandy Jo, for creating this for us. And I hope that you will go check out Everybody's Hopping Along with 30 Days of Sketches, because there's a playlist for that. Christmas in October, there is a playlist for that. And Simple Story Saturday, the list of the wonderful creators who hop along every month is below in my description box. So I hope you'll go check them out as well and see how they are using their simple stories. See if everybody else has also done Christmas, or if they've done 30 days, if they've combined them all together. Who knows? I can be extra sometimes, and I'm okay with that. So that's that. I'm going to go wash as much of this red splatter all over my arms and hands off. So like I said, I don't go pick up my grandson, and everybody at the daycare thinks I've either hurt myself or hurt someone. I would love it if you give me a thumbs up if you like my video and or my layout. Thank you for hanging out with me. Your time is precious, and it does not go unnoticed that you've spent some of it with me. So thank you. Hope y'all have a great day. Hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love, and happy scrapping.